Hello. Hello.
Presenting to chairman.
So shall we start the meeting? So Rami, shall we start the meeting?
Yes. Please.
So a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all those who have logged in from the whole parts of the world for our prestigious ICAME'21, the third international conference in our ICAME series. Let's start the meeting with a silent prayer. Thank you. Let me now welcome our beloved head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering of TKMC, Dr. N.K. Mohammed Sajid. He is also the chair of ICAME'21 to give the welcome address.
Respected President of the function, Janab T.K. Shah Hassan Musliar, Chairman TKM Trust, Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. S. Somanath, Director, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor, Ministry of Science and Technology, respected Treasurer, TKM Trust, Janab T.K. Jalaluddin Musliar, Dr. T.A. Shahul Hamid, Principal, TKM College of Engineering, Dr. M. Harun, Member, TKM Trust, Dr. Sajib, Techub Coordinator, TKM CE, Dr. K. A. Shafi, Organizing Secretary, ICAME'21, Dr. C. A. Shahjahan, Co-Chair, ICAME'21, retired faculty members, delegates, and other dignitaries on and off the dais, and my dear students. Good morning all. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for joining this 3-day international conference, ICAME'21. It is organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering, TKMCE, and jointly sponsored by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, VSSC, ISRO, the Technical Education Quality Improvement Program, TechUp2, TKM College Trust, and Parent Teachers Association of the college. I am proud to say that this is the third international conference organized by the Mechanical Engineering Department, and each has recorded a grand success. TKM College of Engineering was established in the year of 1958 by late Janab A. Tangal Kunju Musliar, a leading industrialist and philanthropist. It is the first government-aided engineering college and a major technical education institution in the state of Kerala. Currently, it is run by the TKM Educational Trust headed by Janab Shahahal Hassan Musliar. It has 11 academic departments offering undergraduate and postgraduate programs. It is affiliated with the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, KTU. The Mechanical Engineering Department has stamped a position for itself by offering the most competent instructional programs to the students. The department is offering undergraduate programs in mechanical engineering, production engineering, and postgraduate programs in industrial refrigeration and cryogenics and artificial intelligence. It is also an approved state-of-the-art research center under the University of Kerala and APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, MHRD approved QIP Center for PhD program and AICT doctoral fellowship scheme. The research group within the department investigates and conducts research, experimental, numerical, and theoretical, on a broad range of research areas, covering a wide range of interdependent disciplines. It ranges from fluid and heat transfer, nanotechnology, material sciences, bioengineering, energy engineering, as well as artificial intelligence and robotics engineering. The department also serves as an avenue for scientific research, which are carried out in collaboration with research and development facilities housed in the country as well as abroad. The first two conferences, ICAME'15 and ICAME'18, were notable events that brought together academia, researchers, engineers, and students in the field of aerospace and mechanical engineering. It provided a perfect platform to share experiences, foster collaborations across industry and academia, and evaluate emerging technologies across the globe. I am sure that ICAME'21 will also provide a similar opportunity to the stakeholders. The theme of this year's conference, Facing the Future, Growth Through Sustainability, is very relevant, especially at a time when the climate change and global warming crisis is damaging our planet. We need to act now to end these global challenges. These challenges are also the seeds of our great opportunities. Using sustainable and smart technologies are one way forward to adopt and adapt, to slow down this mass human destruction trust. Let us be a part of the efforts to help save and salvage as much of humanity and our beautiful civilization as possible. Now let me fulfill the duty entrusted on me, the welcome. First, let me welcome our beloved chairman, TKM College Trust, Janab T.K. Shahahal Hassan Musliar. He is a constant source of inspiration and a guiding light in all our activities. I heartily welcome you, sir, to this inaugural function. Dr. Somnath, Director, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, ISRO, in spite of his busy schedule, had agreed to inaugurate this function by coming over here. But due to some very urgent engagement at his office, he is unable to join this meeting. He has sent a recorded inaugural speech to grace this occasion. He is an alumnus of our department and has been a constant support to the previous two conferences and also in the present one. Sir, I heartily welcome you to this meeting. Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, the guest of honor in this meeting. In spite of his busy schedule, he has agreed to participate in this function. I welcome sir to this inaugural function. Sri Jalaluddin Musliar, Treasurer, TKM Trust, has been a source of constant support and encouragement in all activities in our department and college. I heartily welcome you, sir, to this meeting. I also welcome Dr. M. Harun, member TKM Trust, to this meeting. Dr. T. A. Shahul Hamid, principal, has been a steady source of inspiration and encouragement to all the activities in our campus. He has provided continuous support and guidance for the successful conduct of this conference. Sir, I welcome you to this meeting. I also welcome Dr. Sajib, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering and TechUp Coordinator, TKMCE. I also welcome Dr. K. A. Shafi, Organizing Secretary, and Dr. C. A. Shahjahan, Co-Chair ICAME'21 to this meeting. I offer a very warm welcome to all the renowned speakers and delegates who devote their valuable time and joined us today to be a part of this conference. We are honored to have you all with us. I would also like to offer my regards to all faculty, staff, and students of Mechanical Engineering Department who made this seminar possible in such hard times. After a long period of disruption in our normal life, we are trying to settle down to our normal academic routine by trying to adapt to the new hybrid model of activities. I also heartily welcome all our retired faculty members who have joined this meeting to grace this occasion. Finally, on behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering and organizers of ICAME'21, let me welcome all trust members, retired faculty members, dignitaries, media persons, delegates, HODs, deans, faculty and staff members, our dear students, research scholars, and all those present to this inaugural meeting. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, dear Sajid sir, for that wonderful welcome address. Let me now listen to the presidential address. Our beloved chairman, Janab T.K. Shah Hassan Musliar, is presiding over the function today. He is also the chief patron of ICAME'21, and he is the president of the entire TKM Trust. Sir, I welcome you to give the presidential address.
It gives me immense pleasure to know that the Department of Mechanical Engineering is organizing an international conference on aerospace and mechanical engineering. ICAME'21 from 16th to 18th December 2021. I hope that it would be a great platform to share experience, foster collaborations across the industry and academia, and evaluate emerging technologies across the globe. I anticipate that the conference will bring out the latest developments in the field of aerospace and mechanical engineering. Such experience will motivate our students and engineers to take up relevant and more meaningful research works, which would bring up positive changes and developments to the society. The exposure will equip our engineers to deal with problems that span across various fields and disciplines. The theme of the conference, Facing the Future, Growth Through Sustainability, is highly relevant, and I hope that this conference should serve as a stage where all are encouraged to provide sustainable solutions without harming the nature and its inhabitants. Being conducted in technical collaboration with VSSC and ISRO, it is noteworthy to mention that it would be a great opportunity for all the conference delegates to listen to and develop contacts with one of the most professionally successful team of engineers and scientists of India. I personally feel that the special workshop on space technology by ISRO will provide a wonderful experience as well as a closer look on the latest developments in our space missions. I am happy to note that several experts of premier institutes from within the country and overseas are associating as well as attending this conference. I am sure that all the delegates would be looking forward to listen from the scientists and researchers from various parts of the globe. The online presence of many delegates from different research and academic organizations would provide the delegates a great exposure. I know that the success of the conference depends ultimately on the people who have worked behind it, and congratulate the organizing team for their outstanding jobs. I convey my greetings to all the faculty and staff members of the Department of Mechanical Engineering for their great effort and support. I express my very best wishes for an effective, successful, and productive ICAME'21. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear sir, for your enlightening presidential address. It is in fact a great great feeling that in spite of all your difficulties, you are in the forefront leading all of us. Thank you very much, dear sir. Let us now listen to one of the one of the very keen researchers of our mechanical engineering department, Dr. K.A. Shafi. He is also the organizing secretary of ICAME'21. He has got a lot of publications and he was instrumental in bringing ICAME'21 third edition to a reality. So let us now listen to Dr. K.A. Shafi for the conference briefing.
Most respected Janab Shahal Hassan Musliar sir, President TKM College Trust, Chief Guest of the Day, Shri S. Somnath sir, Director VSSC, Guest of Honor, Professor Krishnaswamy Vijayaraghavan sir, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Janab Jalaluddin Musliar sir, Honorable Treasurer TKM College Trust, Dr. Muhammad Harun sir, Member TKM College Trust, Respected Principal of TKMCE, Dr. T.A. Shahul Amit, Dr. N.K. Mohammad Sajid, HOD and Chair for ICAME 2021, Dr. R. Sajib, Tech Coordinator, TKMCE, Deans and HODs, retired faculty members, organizing committee members, co-chairs, delegates of the conference, dear colleagues, staff, research scholars, media person, and my dear students. A warm good morning to one and all. It's a matter of great pleasure that Department of Mechanical Engineering of TKM College of Engineering is organizing an international conference on aerospace and mechanical engineering, ICAME'21, the third in the series. I'm extremely privileged to present before you the rationale of the conference. ICAME'21 is a 3-day conference organized in association with VSSC ISRO, which brings together academia, researchers, engineers, and students in the field of aerospace and mechanical engineering. The theme of the conference is Facing the Future, Growth Through Sustainability. The conference is sponsored by TKM College Trust, TechIP2, Institution of Engineers, India, Parent Teacher Association of TKMCE, Silver Line Metals, and TKMCE Alumni Association. The inaugural speech of the conference will be delivered by the Honorable Director of VSSC, ISRO, Shri S. Somnath sir. Afterwards, we will have the plenary talk by our guest of honor, very respected Professor K. Vijayaraghavan sir, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India and the Chairperson of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. The inaugural session will be followed by the Space Technology Workshop headed by Engineer Sunil P., Group Director, Human Space Flight Technology Development Group, and Associate Project Director of Gaganyaan Project, VSSC Trivandrum. And in the invited talks, today afternoon, we have Dr. Sunil Chandrakant Joshi from School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Nanyang Technology University, Singapore. Day 2 morning session will be handled by Dr. Sanjaya Vibula Bandara of Advanced Medical Devices Laboratory, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Kaishu University, Fukuoka, Japan. Keynote address in the afternoon session will be delivered by Ms. Maria Kellis, President and CEO of Maria Kellis International Group, Greece. On the third day of the conference, we will be listening to Professor Prem Rat, Honorary Visiting Professor, IIT Delhi, on the topic Reimagining Industrial Engineering 4.0 for Value Creation. In the validity section, we will have Dr. S. Kasturirangan sir, former Chairman, Center for Cryogenic Technology, IISc Bangalore, speaking on the growth of cryogenics in India. In the validity session, the conference will have 8 technical sessions organized in parallel mode on streams, thermal, design, manufacturing, and management. And we received 65 submissions, out of which 43 papers were selected after the peer review process. Out of these 43 papers, around 25 are from institutions across the country, 3 from outside India, and 15 are international submissions. The papers will be published through SSRN platform, which is the publishing house of Elsevier. And I'm very happy to announce that the editor of Journal of Advances in Research in Fluid Mechanics and Thermal Sciences, which is the Scopus Index Journal, has expressed their interest for publishing the high quality reviewed papers of our conference. And I sincerely hope you will enjoy and get benefited by the sessions of this conference. We expect your wholehearted cooperation and participation throughout the conference. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shafi, for that brief explanation of the conference proceedings. Let us now hear from Dr. Somnath. So before he's actually agreed to inaugurate our conference, okay? So I'm really happy to introduce Dr. Somnath before you. Okay, all of you knows about Dr. Somnath. He's actually, he's presently the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and he's the largest, which is the largest lead center of ISRO responsible for the research and development of the launch vehicles and related technologies. He was the director of Liquid Propulsion System Center at Valliamala, Thiruvananthapuram, the lead center responsible for the liquid engines and the stages for launch vehicles and satellite programs of ISRO. Sri Somnath is an expert in the area of system engineering of launch vehicles. His contributions in PSLV and GSLV Mk3 were in the overall architecture, propulsion stages, design, structural and structural dynamic, design separation systems, vehicle integration, and integration procedure development. Sri Somnath joined VSSC in the year 1985 after his graduation from TKM College of Engineering, and was a team leader for integration of PSLV during the development phase and the first development flight PSLV D1 and the successful flight PSLV D2. He also played a key role in the successful missions of GSLV with indigenous cryogenic stages and many successful missions of PSLV with the liquid stages realized by LPSC. So he was also the rank holder from the University of Kerala, and also he did his master's in aerospace engineering from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, with specialization in structural dynamics and control with a gold medal. He is also the fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, fellow of Aeronautical Society of India, fellow of Aeronautical Society of, and a full member of International Academy of Astronautics. Now, let us now hear from Dr. S. Somnath for his inaugural address.
Good morning, all of you. Respected Chief Patron of ICAME'21, TK Shahal Hassan Musalia, President of TKM Trust, Principal of the TKM College of Engineering, Dr. T.A. Shahul Hamid, TK Jalaluddin Musalia, Treasurer of TKM Trust, Sri Muhammad Sajid, the Chair of ICAME'21, Head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, and Dr. Sajib, TechCube Coordinator, and Dr. C.A. Shahjahan, Co-Chair of ICAME'21, and all dignitaries who are present here, participants of this conference ICAME'21, my greetings to each one of you. I'm really happy to be part of this conference, which is jointly organized by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the TKM College of Engineering, which is looking at the future, facing the future, grow through sustainability as its theme on its conference, International Conference on Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering. It's an interesting domain, both aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering. And also when you look at the future with a focus on growth and sustainability. I'm really proud to be an alumni of TKM College of Engineering from the Department of Mechanical Engineering and being part of ISRO as well. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, which is very, very important center of Indian Space Research Organization, where Aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering are one of the key domains on which we work, and we are very honored to be part of this conference. If you look at the growth and also look at the sustainability at the same time, it comes to our mind how the recent incidents, recent events of disruptions, how we can look at from that angle of growth and the angle of sustainability. The future is always challenging. As we have seen, when the COVID came in our midst, the question of future and how the humanity will evolve in such circumstances was under debate. And at the same time, it was also under debate how growth can be sustained under such disruptive forces. And we have seen, very interestingly, the corona crisis has actually spurred up many new initiatives, especially in the domain of technology. One thing which is very clear that space technology in the last year or year and a half has really shown tremendous possibilities. Even under these difficult circumstances, it is possible to create growth and keeping sustainability as an important element. Let me tell some incidents in this direction, how aerospace sector has really grown substantially. If you look at the last year, this was a year in which at least 3 missions to Mars has been conducted under difficult circumstances. And some of the very interesting missions like the Perseverance mission, which landed in Mars, it's very, making headways into scientific, accomplishments of the space agencies. Another interesting area is the human space flight, to using multiple launch vehicles, crossing the Kama line and coming back safely, making the human space flight accessible to common people, not the professionally trained astronauts. Even common people can now travel in rockets and then go to the edge of the space and see the space, experience zero gravity and come back. And the space tourism is taking shape in a big way. Virgin Galactic has done this, Blue Origin has done this, and SpaceX has now sending human beings frequently to space and International Space Station. And in the last year is the year in which number of launches, if you look at the European, the Americans or Chinese, their numbers have been higher than the previous year, even under difficult circumstances. So really it is possible for aerospace sector to sustain even these difficult situations. It brings to us that it is possible to, using the tools of technology, we can handle critical issues like the COVID. The mobility has been curtailed. The health of the people were at risks. So what we found out in technology is how to work from home. The term got coined in work from home became the standard operating procedure of many IT companies. And their turnover has actually increased. Recently, I read a newspaper reading regarding the Technopark, the Trivandrum Technopark performance. This year, the last year, their export content from Technopark has reached almost 8,000 crores compared to something like 7,000 plus crores last year. So it actually increased when people were not coming to office and not working at office, they were contributing from their home. And industries, techno companies are actually finding it advantageous to keep the staff, a significant number of staff at home and make them work, and only very less number of people at the office, which actually saves them a lot of infrastructure cost and other leasing cost. So we bring down the cost of operations. We can also see the last year the technology in the domain of IoT and also connected systems, the industry 4.0, the drones, etc. actually increased substantially. The research work in these domains has really increased, paving way for the next industrial revolution in industry 4.0. We can also see the knowledge economy has actually increased. The ability of people to learn new things, the platforms which are available for people to go through classes. I think all the students, especially school students, college students, even PhD students who are sitting at home and doing research work, going through the regular classes, their professors were able to handle, teachers were able to handle remotely and communicate the way they have been communicating in physical domain. So it actually the knowledge transfer from experienced people to less experienced people were really happening. And the opening up the internet for knowledge exchange has actually increased substantially, and new tools are coming into place to fill the develop the experience or even train them, on-hand experience, etc. There are new tools developed through virtual reality, etc. So the difficult situation has actually shown humanity how we can survive this, go through this, and still become very productive, useful in the future. So this is something that is really happening. When you conduct a conference of this nature, especially focusing on aerospace, mechanical, engineering, it is natural that we look at subjects which are of interest to all of us in terms of propulsion, aerodynamics, mechanical design, material science, manufacturing, fluid flow related problems. I am sure many of you will be presenting papers, addressing issues related to this, which are important for our knowledge maintenance. A college like TKM College of Engineering, which is one of the reputed college, taking up this ICAME conferences on a regular basis, really doing wonderful things to bring about people in different domains, walks of life to this forum. Be part of this conference exercise in which Vikrant Sarabhai Space Center also very proudly part of it. I am really honored to be once again present here as the alumni of TKM, and also happy to inaugurate this conference, and wish that the technical program, technical sessions which are happening prior to the conference, as well as the papers which are being presented here, will really be useful to each one of you, and find out some innovation in each of them to take your coming years, even under difficult situations, to keep it very active, live for student community, research community, and be productive and useful to the society at the end. I wish all the very best to the conference, and I am very sorry that I am not able to participate in physical form, but my greetings to each one of you, and I hope that this will be beneficial to the entire mechanical engineering domain people, as well as space engineers who are being part of this conference. With this, let me inaugurate this conference, ICAME 2021, jointly organized by Vikrant Sarabhai Space Center and TKM College of Engineering, Koilam. I wish the conference all the very best.
Thank you very much, dear Somanath sir. It was a truly enlightening speech. He touched the recent advancement in technology. Also, he spoke about reduction in the cost, material cost, and all those aspects he touched. And it was really great to have such a dignified person to inaugurate our third conference of ICAME series. Thank you very much, dear sir. Let us now go for the next event of our meeting. It is actually the releasing of the book of abstract. So we have our Janab Jalaluddin Musliar, TK Jalaluddin Musliar. He is the treasurer of TKM Engineering College Trust and also the patron of ICAME'21. He is very instrumental in bringing, in supporting all the activities of the college. So let me now welcome Sri TK Jalaluddin Musliar to present the releasing function. And we request him to present to the chairman of TKM College Trust. Sir, kindly come forward and release and present the book of abstract to the chairman. Thank you so much, sir. Now we have the presentation of memento. Even though we don't have Dr. Somanath to receive the memento, to physically receive from our beloved trust member, Dr. M. Harun, I request our beloved trust member, he is also the director of our alumni relations, to hand over the memento to our principal on behalf of Sri Somanath. So we'll be sending this memento to Somanath, Dr. Somanath. Thank you very much, sir. Now we start with our felicitations. So let me now invite our beloved principal, Dr. T. A. Shahul Hamid, who is a great support for all the activities of our department. And he is actually leading the college from the forefront. So, sir, I request you to give away the felicitations.
Honorable President, am I audible? Am I audible? Good morning.
Yes, sir.
So, Honorable President of today's function, Janab T.K. Shah Hassan Musliar, President ICAME College Trust, Honorable Guest of Honor, Sri Somanath, Director Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Honorable Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, most respected Janab Jalaluddin Musliar, Treasurer ICAME College Trust, Dr. Muhammad Harun, Member ICAME College Trust, Dr. Muhammad Sajid, Dr. K. Shafi, Dr. C. A. Shahjahan, Dr. Sajib, and all other dignitaries on and off the dais, all participants, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, at the very outset, let me congratulate the organizers of International Conference on Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering for taking pain in this hectic schedule to organize this such a wonderful conference. The theme of the conference, as Dr. Somanath sir has rightly pointed out, it is truly inspiring, facing the future, growth through sustainability. In present day society, though we recognize our dependence on Earth's resources, its water, oxygen, and other natural resources, we do not recognize the connection between economy and Earth. Perhaps the profundity of such an interdependence has been buried by our search for happiness. Now we slowly understand there are limits to Earth's resources, and if not honored, it will gravely affect our future. That's what we are experiencing in Kerala. As in his welcome speech, Dr. Muhammad Sajid has mentioned it. The anxiety is mounting. In fact, it is mounting. This mounting anxiety is about our ability to achieve sustainability. That is our ability to meet our needs while ensuring that future generations will be able to meet their needs too. So in that sense, this theme of the conference carries tremendous significance. And I understand there are 30 plus delegates from different institutions, invited talks by eminent academicians and scientists, a space technology workshop by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and it is a marvelous conference going to be. I'm sure the participants are going to benefit out of this, and the institution is going to benefit out of this. Once again, I congratulate the organizers. I wish this conference all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear sir, for that wonderful speech. Now we have our TechUp coordinator, Dr. Sajib R. He is a very keen researcher and he is very instrumental in promoting all the TechUp related activities in our college. So with a lot of happiness, let me invite Dr. Sajib to present the felicitation.
President of the function, Honorable Janab Shah Hassan Musliar, Chairman, ICAME Trust. Guest of Honor, Dr. S. Somanath, Director, VSSC. And Honorable Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor, Ministry of Science and Technology. Honorable Treasurer, ICAME Trust, Janab Jalaluddin Musliar. Our beloved Principal, Dr. T. A. Shahul Hamid. Trust member, Dr. M. Harun, head of the department and the conference lead role, Dr. Muhammad Sajid, Dr. K. A. Shafi, Professor C. A. Shahjahan, other dignitaries present here, my colleagues and friends. So being the coordinator of TechUp, I express my happiness to be a part of this program. So very happy to see the realization of this conference in a remarkable manner. So first of all, let me congratulate the whole team behind this conference to organize this conference in a significant manner. So I am confident that this conference will lead to some fruitful outcomes in the form of collaborations, and we'll be able to tap some additional research fund. And most importantly, it will help to tap the research potential of our faculty members. And finally, our society would be benefited. So let me once again wish all the very best to this conference and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sajid sir. Now we have many of our retired faculty members and former principals who have logged in to see our conference, to attend our conference. So let me just take 1 minute to seek the blessings of our former principal, Sri Parameshwaran sir. Sir, are you there to have a few words? Sir, are you there? Sir, I think Parameshwaran sir is not audible, I think. So if KK Abdul Rashid sir is there, sir, can we have some blessings from your side? He's a previous former HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department.
ഒരു 2 മിനിറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും. Sudhir, should I talk now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just, sir, in 1 minute, I would like to have the blessings from
Okay,
you, sir.
I am in the middle of a very difficult situation, but still I can't say no to the department. Distinguished guest of the day, Honorable Chairman, Janab Shahal Hassan Musalliyar, Janab TK Jalaluddin Musalliyar, and the chief guest of the day, Dr. S. Somanath, Director VSSC, Head of the Department, Dr. Mohammed Sajid, and other dignitaries, my dear colleagues, participants, and students. Indeed, it's an honor for me to be invited to give offer felicitation on this great event. International Conference on Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering. It's the third of the series. I was the chairman last year, and Dr. Jos Prakash was the chairman of the first program. I am sure that this conference will come out with a lot of ideas which our students can realize it, work on it, and realize the things. And definitely, we have eminent speakers coming online from different universities across the world. I'm sure that they would contribute to the, they will ignite the young minds of our institution and the other institutions as well. So let me congratulate once again the head of the department, Dr. Mohammed Sajid, Dr. Shafi, organizing secretary, and the joint secretary, Dr. Jasna Mohammed, and other faculty members of department to organize this program. Once again, I wish all the best for the 3 days event. Thank you, Dr. Sudhir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, our next program was addressed by our guest of honor, Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, but unfortunately, he is stuck up in a meeting with the minister, so he has asked a little bit of time. So he'll be joining by 11 o'clock. That's what we hope. So we just go and wind up the program as scheduled. So let me invite Dr. C. A. Shah Jahan, our senior professor. He is also the co-chair of ICAME'21 to give away the vote of thanks.
Most respected Chairman, Janab Shahal Hassan Musaliar, President TKM Trust, Chief Guest Dr. S. Somanath, Director VSSC, today's guest of honor, Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Janab Jalaluddin Musaliar, Treasurer TKM Trust, Dr. Muhammad Harun, Member TKM Trust, Dr. T. A. Shahul Hamid, Principal TKM College of Engineering, Dr. Sunil P. Scientist VSSC, Dr. Muhammad Sajid, HOD and Chair, ICAME'21, Dr. R. Sajib, Technical Coordinator, Dr. K. A. Shafi, Organizing Secretary, ICAME'21, Deans and HODs, retired faculty members, keynote speakers from from India and abroad, dear colleagues, research scholars, technical staff, media persons, and my dear students, a warm good morning to one and all. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks in this special occasion. Today is a special day for our Department of Mechanical Engineering, as our third international conference, ICAME'21, was inaugurated by Dr. S. Somanath, Director VSSC. Established in the year 1958 as the first government-aided engineering college in the state of Kerala, we have achieved prestigious position in academic, research, and socio-cultural activities. Facing the future, growth through sustainability is the theme of our conference, which is relevant to fulfill the dream of our beloved founder, who showed great interest in social equity and economic development. The development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. With these few words, let me enter into my assigned duty of proposing the vote of thanks. Janab Shahal Hassan Musaliar is the person with a strategic vision and is guiding us in the right path, extending all the possible supports and needed motivation for us. Besides his busy schedule, he was kind enough to preside over this function. On behalf of the organizing committee, let me express our sincere gratitude. Dr. S. Somanath, Director VSSC, is an alumnus of our department and college, one of the many torchbearers of our institute. Even being busy with so many engagements and programs, he was kind enough to inaugurate our international conference. Let me express my sincere gratitude, sir. Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Ministry of Science and Technology, is a distinguished professor in the field of developmental genetics. He will be delivering his address, his speech shortly. Our MP, Member of Parliament, Sri N.K. Premachandran, he was very helpful in arranging this particular program. Let me express my sincere gratitude to our beloved MP, Dr. N.K. Premachandran. Janab T.K. Jalaluddin Musaliar, Treasurer TKM College Trust, is a quality conscious person. He is always rendered every possible support and guidance to help us to attain the goals of our organization effectively and efficiently. Let me place on record our sincere gratitude for all the encouragement given by you, sir. Dr. Muhammad Harun, TKM College Trust member, has never missed a chance to being a part of our program organized by our department. On behalf of the organizing committee, let me express my sincere gratitude, sir. Janab T.K. Jamaluddin Musaliar, member TKM College Trust. He is also attending this particular function. He is also supporting us in arranging all our functions. Let me express our sincere gratitude, sir. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to all the trust members. Dr. T. A. Shahul Hamid is really leading our institution in the capacity of the principal with a vision and is encouraging all of us to come out of our comfort zone and work hard for the exponential growth of our institution. He was kind enough to extend all the possible helps for the arrangement of this conference. From the bottom of my heart, let me express my sincere gratitude, sir. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Sunil P., scientist VSSC, who is leading the workshop to be organized by VSSC. Dr. N.K. Mohammed Sajid, HOD Mechanical Engineering, is the person who started the initiative of this conference, ICAME'21, being inaugurated today is the result of his untiring effort in bringing all the members together to collectively working for a common goal. Let me express my sincere gratitude and appreciation, sir. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all the delegates and keynote speakers, Dr. Sunil C. Joshi, Madam Maria Kellis, Dr. S. Kasturi Rangan, Professor Premrat, and Dr. Sanjay Vipula Bandra joining us during these 3 days of our conference. Dr. K. Shafi, Professor and Dean Research, University of Kerala, is the organizing secretary of this conference. He is a leading researcher in our department and is actively involved in getting research projects for our department. With his sincere and hard work, we are able to organize this conference in a colorful manner. I take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation. I also extend my gratitude to Dr. Mohammed Sadiq and Dr. A. Ashfaq, co-chairs, for providing all the help and support. Let me express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Jasna Muhammad, Professor Said Muhammad Fahad, and Dr. T.S. Krishnakumar, Joint Secretaries, for their hard work and coordination in realizing this particular conference. I express my sincere gratitude to Dr. M. Nisar Hussain, Dr. A. Sudhir, Dr. Muhammad Sakir, Dr. A. Shiba, Professor P. Shahjahan, and the entire team of various organizing committee members for their sincere effort they have put forth. I would like to extend my special appreciation to the faculty members who have been a constant support to the organizing team in communicating with the keynote speakers and others on a regular and systematic manner. Also, I would like to put on record our special appreciation to Dr. K.K. Abdul Rashid, former HOD of our department, for his help and support in coordinating with the officials at VSSC. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our sponsors, TACUP, TKM College Trust, VSSC, PTA, the Institute of Engineers India, and Silverline Metals for their sponsorship and support. I express my sincere gratitude to all the deans and HODs who are attending this inaugural function in both online and offline mode. Let me express my sincere gratitude to all the retired members from our department. I express my sincere gratitude to all my colleagues for their support and hard work to make this event a grand success. Let me express my sincere gratitude to all the technical staff. Let me express my sincere gratitude to the media persons. Let me express my sincere thanks to our office staff for their help and support. I extend our sincere gratitude to all the alumni members who are watching this inaugural function online. Let me conclude by extending my sincere gratitude to all the students, research scholars, and authors of papers who are participating in this conference. I hope all of you will have some happy and useful takeaways from our conference. Stay healthy and blessed. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, dear Shahjahan sir, for that extensive word of thanks. With that, we come to the end of the inaugural session. We hope the conference is going to get in a great manner. We have the Professor K. Vijayaraghavan will be joining at 11 o'clock. So I would like all the participants to be there after the tea break. Right now we have a tea break. So, let me invite all those who are physically present here in our APJ hall to have the tea and the snacks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining.
നമ്മളല്ലാതെ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ്
So welcome back, all the participants. Welcome, Professor Vijayaraghavan sir. So now we have the address by our guest of honor, Professor K. Vijayaraghavan sir, who is the principal scientific advisor to the government of India. So before inviting him for the speech, let me introduce our guest of honor to the audience. Professor K. Vijayaraghavan is the principal scientific advisor to the government of India, succeeding Dr. R. Chidambaram on April 3, 2018, and the chairperson of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. He was Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India from January 28, 2013 to February 2, 2018. The Principal Scientific Advisor who works with all arms of the government, with our states, our citizens, national and international agencies. The goal is that the benefits of science, technology and innovation solutions reach the neediest for the sustainable development of India and for the well-being of our planet. Sri Vijayaraghavan is also a distinguished professor at the National Center for Biological Sciences, NCBS, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Bangalore, TIFR, and was the NCBS director till 2013. He studied chemical engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, holds a PhD in molecular biology from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and was senior research fellow at California Institute of Technology. His research is on nerves and muscles and how complex behavior emerges during animal development. Sri Vijayaraghavan is a fellow of Indian Science Academics, a Royal Society, the Academy of Medical Sciences UK, and the Foreign Associate of the US National Academy of Sciences. He was awarded Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2013. So with a lot of pleasure for all the participants, on behalf of ICAME'21, on behalf of Mechanical Engineering Department of ICAME College of Engineering, let me invite Padma Shri, Sri Dr. K. Vijayaraghavan sir.
Thank you very much. It is a great pleasure to be here, and I wish I could have been there in person, but hopefully sometime soon, as the pandemic declines, we will be able to have in-person meetings again. I congratulate the TKM College of Engineering, Kollam, for organizing this meeting, and I wish you all the best. We are going through a very complex period in the history of our planet, and we're also going through a time when we're celebrating 75 years of our independence. So this is a good time to ask for mechanical engineers, aerospace engineers, about what our role is going to be, both in terms of national development as well as in the state of global health. Now, I would like to be very brief and point out that the principal challenges we are facing today are very different from the very big challenges we faced 75 years ago at independence. 75 years ago, our situation was that infant mortality was very high, lifespan was low, education was poor, literacy was poor. Of development. That changed over the last several decades, and India now has a very large middle class. And although we have many poor people, we can see that we have the resources to lift them out of poverty. And the food and nutrition, healthcare, education, availability for all, quality environment, no pollution, and basically having all the resources to mitigate and adapt against the forces of climate change are what we need to look forward. Now, the forces of climate change are also a creation of human development over many, many years. 10,000 years ago, when humans domesticated plants and animals, they ceded the dramatic pace of development. Because of agriculture and the domestication of livestock, people could have societies as opposed to constantly migrating. And that resulted in a way by which they could also have time for contemplation, thinking, and creative work much more than ever before. But this also meant that they had to find ways of sustainable development. And agriculture could not sustain itself as population grew because of soil erosion. So fertilizers were found, again, a little bit from livestock, but that wasn't enough. From bird droppings, guano, that wasn't enough. From nitrite mines, that didn't suffice. And the Haber-Bosch process by which ammonia was made from nitrogen in the atmosphere and hydrogen in the atmosphere transformed agriculture because you could now synthesize fertilizers. Today, because of the Haber-Bosch process, half the nitrogen in our body comes from that process. And this has also transformed the world in our ability to feed the world. There have been other major technological developments since the start of the first industrial revolution. Engines of various kinds and machines of various kinds have transformed the world. But typically, as engineers, you will know that if you want to reduce entropy anywhere, you have actually in a closed system, you have to increase entropy outside. Effectively, what this has meant is that you've exploited the environment, we have exploited natural resources, we have had workforces working for big corporations and large colonial enterprises. This led to an asymmetric growth where order and quality of life increased for a few, but there was disorder outside, as it were, and there were ravages on the environment. And this is by and large, the summary of the situation today. But the very economic growth and the technologies which were developed, which gave rise to these kinds of asymmetric development, also have thrown up new technologies which allow for inclusive development. Availability of renewable energy and its expansion, the better connectivity which we have both physical and through the internet, and the making of motors and machines which are much more efficient and use less power means that decentralized capabilities, manufacturing and resources can come on a large scale. This is what is happening now. So as engineers, that is what we need to do, to ask what is the unit of decentralized development? Is it the village, the district, the town? But basically a distributed way by which development takes place across the regions and not in big mega cities is what is needed. Along with this, we need ideas and implementation for adaptation against climate change, because those are very pressing. Floods, droughts, high temperatures, high humidity are all going to be big challenges, but the solutions to that are in our hands and up to you to do it. So I'd like to end by saying that if you have a shared sense of purpose, and if you together address big problems, we can go ahead and solve them. And this will benefit not only India, but the rest of the world. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you very much, Vijay Raghavan sir, for that enlightening speech from your side. So even though it was a little bit delayed, we are all very keen to hear from you, sir. It was a quite bit of the expression of your sincere thanks for all from all present over here from the Mechanical Engineering Department of TKM College of Engineering. Thank you so much, sir. പെട്ടെന്ന് തീരുന്നു.